500 students. I'd like to thank Chris and MASA for the opportunity today to spend some time with my colleagues, sharing some innovative things that we are trying in Plymouth-Canton as it relates to restorative practices. Now, as educators, we all know that relationships are everything. Sometimes relationships need to be built. Sometimes relationships need to be strengthened. But sometimes relationships just need to be restored. In Plymouth-Canton, we're in the early stages of really trying to change culture and use restorative practices as a model by which we do business, dealing with relationships alone, building and establishing, as well as through discipline, bullying, student-to-student conflicts, teacher-to-student conflicts, once again, changing the culture of how we do business. With restorative practices, it really, when you think about the word restorative, that word implies in itself, it's not about a way to impose punishment, but more of an opportunity to restore a relationship that may have been harmed through some type of a negative behavior or inappropriate choices, giving an opportunity to bring together the offender with that person that he or she has offended. Really a system of accountability and giving a voice to the person who has been harmed. Now, we've had so many examples of successful stories in this year that we've been working towards changing our culture and trying to figure out which example I wanted to share with you today. I'm going back to my own roots and using an example in football. For those of you who don't know, I'm the daughter of Coach Herman Boone from the movie Remember the Titans. So I guess you could say football is in my DNA. So I'd like to share a story that took place in our freshman football team. We had a conflict that arose between a white student and quite a few black students on the team. Definitely some racial undertones. It was taunting, some bullying. It began to really impact the team as a whole. Once this came to the attention of the coach, he decided to work a restorative circle. Now, one of the strategies with restorative practices is the creation of, or the implementation of circles. That's an opportunity, especially in large groups, to form a circle. You have a talking stick. In this particular case, they use the football. So anyone who has that talking stick in his or her hand is allowed to share their experiences based on a series of questions. In this particular case, all 40 teammates got around in a restorative circle using the football, and they were talking about their experiences on the team and how they were feeling. Without prompting, the person that was the offender in bullying situation stepped into the center of the circle and acknowledged what he had been doing to his peers and sought their apology, their forgiveness. The young men also stepped into the circle and shared how they were harmed by those actions, were able to talk and give a voice to their feelings, and ultimately the relationship was strengthened, the team was healed. So it was a very successful and a powerful result among kids. Now, restorative circles aren't always used, especially like large settings is a good place to use them. But when you're dealing with discipline, it could result in a face-to-face meeting between students to students. As I said, we use them with students to teachers. Just that opportunity to engage with one another. With any setting that you use, there are a series of questions that really initiate the restorative conversation. I'd like to share those questions with you today. For the persons or persons thought to be the offender, 1, what happened? 2, what were you thinking at the time? 3, what have you thought about since? 4, who was affected by what you've done? 5, in what way were they affected? And 6, what do you think you might do to make things right? Now, for the person or persons who are harmed, these are the questions that we ask. What did you think when you realized what happened? How has this incident affected you and others? What has been the hardest thing for you? And finally, what do you think has to happen to make things right? Now, these questions can be changed based on the situation that you're experiencing. And once again, they're really working to encourage dialogue and give a voice to the voiceless at times. So we are in the early stages of Plymouth-Canton of using this model, but truly when I say we're changing culture, it is from the boardroom down to the classroom. So our board board members have taken the time to get training, and they're really trying to look through a lens of restorative justice as they enter expulsion hearings. Our administrators took the time to rewrite our code of conduct, and you can definitely go out on our website and view our code of conduct. And it now no longer just looks to the zero tolerance as it relates to suspensions and expulsions and suspensions. We definitely still have to deal with those that are mandated by law. But as we know, as educators, when we're dealing with zero tolerance policies, there's such a disproportionality as it relates to our kids of color and our special education students. And so by looking at our code of conduct and changing that, it's not necessarily an absolute. We have still suspensions and detentions. However, the duration could be shortened in terms of the consequence. Sometimes it gives an opportunity for the person who's the offender to have a timeout and reflect on what he or she has done before sitting down to one of these restorative conversations or discipline meetings. And when I say to you, it has been a game changer. I tell you no lie. When you think about a student that's suspended for fighting, for example, they fight, they get the consequence, the issue is not restored, they come back to school, and sometimes it continues to manifest itself in negative behavior. But giving that ability to really talk, figure out how we harm one another, and seek healing has made a difference. As I said, it's how we're beginning to do business. Restorative practices are not just about discipline, it's about community. In terms of building a sense of community, we're working, even in our administrative teams, when we have our meetings, we sometimes initiate restorative circles. Within those circles, we may throw out a question. We use as a talking stick sometimes, just a Coke can or a pencil, whatever we put our hands on. And maybe just put out a question. What is a challenge you're dealing with right now in your building? What are you doing about student achievement? Share some positive results in your building. And when I say it really has helped to develop relationships, and we see each other as a team, and we learn from one another, it definitely is a great model. It requires a lot of training. As I said, we've been through a first level of training. We worked with the Institute of Restorative Practices. They're out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We did first level training, but it's about practice, practice, practice. We are going to have a second level of training this summer, which I think is important, but as I've said, it just really has been a powerful way to build relationships and to restore relationships that impacted the educational environment. I will say to you again, once again, relationships are everything. Sometimes they need to be built, sometimes they need to be strengthened, and sometimes they need to be